Optical networking, yes, Cisco's in that space. They absolutely blew out their numbers. And one thing that I'll mention, Pete, that I think a lot of people just sort of do it as an afterthought, and I'm not going to do that, is they're going to cut 7% of the workforce. Now, they already had a reduction in force, or a RIF, back in February of over 4,000 people lost their jobs in February. Pete and I are never going to be dancing on that, folks. That's bad. But obviously, the company will make more money, bring more to the bottom line because of it. Now they're cutting another 6,000 or more people, Pete. So you put those two together, 10,000 jobs lost. There are so many companies that are cutting people right here. That's why it was important what Walmart had to say about the recession, because we see more people cutting than we do hiring, Pete.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And you're exactly right. I mean, 10,000 year to date, that's pretty awful, unfortunately, for all 10,000 of those people. But it's the business decisions that have to be made when you're talking about being in that big business, whether it's Cisco or Apple or anybody else, Amazon, you name it. But they also talked about AI a lot. And one of the things was over $1 billion in orders in AI. They expect that to be even bigger. When you look at the balance sheet here, John, not only does it look pretty close to perfect, but you look at free cash flow of just about $14.5 billion. I mean, Cisco is a company that I don't think gets enough credit. It's probably trading too cheap, even on a day where it's up 8%, trading right close to 50. The high of the year has been 58. It's one of these where I think that it's still too cheap where it is right now. It still probably has plenty of room to the upside. Doesn't mean it's going to sprint there, but I think as people start to digest more and more about the moves that they are making to AI and moving out of other areas, and that's part of the reason they're getting rid of as many employees as they are, that I think is something that's very important, and that's actually something hitting the bottom line.
Yeah, and in a little bit of fairness to Cisco, they are a serial buyer of companies.
Yeah.
And whenever you buy a company, you look for what can your employees do that those employees did at that company. And you end up picking the best of the group, and you probably don't need quite as many employees as you would have had if you kept all of their employees. Doesn't mean you don't keep some of them. Some of them might be better than some of them that Cisco had, but you're gonna balance out that employment picture, and to the extent that they've been doing that, that's why the stock's putting up the numbers they are.